What's going on, guys? My name's Theoatrix, and today I'm bringing a guide for one of the hardest bosses in RuneScape. Well, not actually the hardest. The Corporeal Beast can be a really easy boss to kill if you go with a team that understands all the mechanics and basically the way to kill it. So in this video, I'm going to teach you those mechanics, so yeah, I hope you enjoy. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the recommended stats for Corp. The stats you really need depends on the team you're going with, but as a basis, I recommend having at least 85 attack, strength, and defense if you're thinking of using melee, or at least level 80 range if you're thinking of ranging. Both ranged and melee are very effective on the Corporeal Beast. Another thing which helps a ton with the damage that you take is having a really high magic level. A lot of people don't know that having a high magic level actually increases your magic defense. So having at least 80 magic will help reduce some of the damage you'll take from Corp himself. I'm going to start off with the ranged setup because I have quite a bit more things to say about the melee setup. Basically, rangers should always use Ruby, Bolts, and Enchanted, and they can hit up to 100 with the special attack on Corp, provided he's above half health. So with these bolts, they should bring along their best crossbow, whether it be a rune crossbow or an armadillo crossbow, and their best ranging gear. Rangers also can bring Emerald Bolts E to stun the core, but I'll go into a bit more detail about that later in the video. So in terms of gear for melee, you'll need a Zamorakian Spear, which has actually crashed to like 5 mil at the time of this video. So that's kind of getting pretty cheap and more available for players with less money. And you'll also need armor with a high magic defense. So this is the setup I like using. I like using the Bandos Tassets for the extra strength bonus instead of the magic defense, but people with lower defense levels or in smaller teams might prefer using full Carols or full Black Dragonhide for the extra magic bonus. The absolute best gear for Corp would have to be the full Elite Void melee set, which I currently don't have, so I can't show that, but the melee accuracy bonus that it gives along with the prayer bonus from the elite upgrade is a really good setup for Corp. For meleeers, there's a couple of special attack weapons you can use. The first and the best is the Dragon Warhammer, which currently sits at around 70 mil and uses 50% of your special attack per special. Basically what the special does with the hammer is it lowers the defense level of the enemy by 30% on every successful hit. So if you have a team full of Dragon Warhammers and all their special attacks are going to hit something, the 30% defense reduction is going to stack up and you'll completely obliterate the Corporeal Beast. The next special weapon is the Bandos Godsword, which uses 65% special attack and also lowers the defense of the enemy. And the last option for special attack is the Barrel Chest Anchor, which has a similar effect to the Dragon Warhammer, but only drains the defense by 10%. If you're using these melee special attacks, there's something that someone in your team should definitely get in order to make the kills really effective and fast, and that is the Restoration Pool in your player-owned house. Basically, it requires level 65 construction, and drinking it restores your special attack all the way to full and has no countdown timer on using it. So players can run in Dragon Warhammer Special the Corp twice, and then if they don't get any hits, meaning they don't drain any of the defense, they can teleport to their house, really quickly restore their special attack, and then teleport back to Corp with the game's necklace, straight back and special again until they get a successful hit. So to effectively kill the Corporeal Beast, you need to be using Protect from Magic at all times with stat boosting prayers like Piety. This is my inventory setup. Don't bother bringing Sardom and Brews or restores because you can really easily teleport out, bank, and come straight back in like 10 to 20 seconds. One thing to take note of though is that there always has to be one person attacking the Corp at a time, otherwise he will reset his health bar, and that really sucks when he's about to die. So while you're killing the beast, he will spawn the Dark Core, which randomly comes out during the kill, and basically it is the most annoying thing in the world. So it comes out and then it jumps on top of players and saps their health and then gives it to the Corporeal Beast. There's 3 ways you can deal with the core. The first way is from running from it, and this is the technique I'm showing right now, is what I use to get away from it. Basically, you need to run 2 squares each time, and that way he can't sap any of your health, but he'll still follow you. And if you get your clicks 100% correct, this doesn't use up any time, so you'll still be dealing the same damage to the boss as you would normally. The second way is to have rangers bring Emerald Bolt's E and stun the core with a Mithril crossbow. The reason why people need the Mithril crossbow is that it avoids one hitting the core since it only has 25 health. So the Emerald Bolt's E stops the core from moving around with the special attack, which is from the enchantment. It stops it from moving for about 10 to 15 seconds, and this is highly recommended if you're with a huge team killing Corp. The third way is to simply just kill the core, and this isn't really recommended at all since Corp will just instantly spawn another core and then it'll start sapping more health and you'll have to kill it again, which wastes a bit of time. So you can easily just kill it with your spear or the ruby bolts if you're ranging, and hitting a 25 is really easy since it has so low defense. The last mechanic I need to talk about is that you can't run under the Corporeal Beast. Running under the beast is the main reason why people die, and that's because I'm not sure if it's a stomp attack or the fact that he's so big and heavy, but he can hit upwards of 50 damage if you go underneath him. And on top of his magic attacks, there's a really high chance of being comboed out if you run underneath him. Soloing Corp is really hard, and the only way I would think it's possible is to do the death dropping method, which you can see in the video that I have linked on the screen right now, which basically you suicide with inventories full of food and keep an unlimited supply of food on the ground. And this can be seen in my King Black Dragon camping guide, which you can use the same kind of technique. The last thing I want to talk about is the drops from the Corporeal Beast. The main reason people love killing Corp is for the chance at getting a sigil drop. Corp has a 1 in 4,095 chance of dropping an Elysian, which sells for a bit over 300 mil at this point in time. So that's a huge split for a relatively small team. There's another 2 sigils which it can drop, and them being the Arcane, which is 120 mil, and the Spectral, which is 50 mil, and these both have a chance of 1 in 1,365 of dropping. There's a few other awesome drops like the 175 Onyx Bolt E drop, which is 1.5 mil at this current time, and there's heaps of other drops like Ranar Seed drops, Runite Ore drops, but the main money maker has to be the sigil drops. Corp can also drop Holy Elixir, which is about 750k at this time, and that's the thing that you use with a Spirit Shield to make it a Blessed Spirit Shield. The last notable drop is the Pet, and the little Pet Dark Core, which is even rarer than the Elysian Sigil, has a drop rate of 1 in 5,000. So I'm not sure whether you should be happy or annoyed if you get one of these, but these have to be one of my favorite looking pets of all time. Anyway guys, last thing, if you want to come kill the Corporeal Beast with me, feel free to join my clan chat, Theoatrix, and I'm happy to go with anyone that wants to come along. For the past weeks, I've been going to Corp almost every day with people in my clan chat, and I've made lots of friends doing that, so we're bound to get an Elysian sometime soon. Thanks for watching guys, I hope you learned something about the Corporeal Beast. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more daily old school content. Thanks for watching.
We'll be right back.